cassette tapes, shorts over sweatpants, and a blatant trademark infringement of the Superman symbol right there. I'm Peter Bielagus, and this is Money in the Movies. Hello and welcome to Money in the Movies, a show where we review films based on their financial accuracy. Today's movie is The Goonies, directed by Richard Donner, starring Sean Astin, Josh Brolin. Wait a minute, Josh Brolin? Yeah, Josh Brolin. Corey Feldman and Jeff Cohen, who performs a perfect 10 truffle shuffle. The film is about Samwise Gamgee and his geeky gang of galavants who call themselves the Goonies. Facing a home foreclosure, the Goonies embark on a treasure hunt, guided by a map they found in the attic of their soon-to-be repossessed home. After a series of booby traps, gunfire, and a near-fatal tricycle accident, the boys eventually hit pay dirt. Forced to escape in a hurry, the Goonies are only able to walk away with a handful of jewels. But a handful of jewels went pretty far in the 80s, and they are able to use that money to save their homes. For our purposes, though, the film begs the question, if you find buried treasure, can you keep it? Well, the Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, makes the distinction that property must be truly lost or abandoned in order for it to be considered treasure trove property. If I lost my wallet yesterday, and you find my wallet today, well, that's not really lost or abandoned. But if my great-great-grandfather lost his wallet 100 years ago, you would have a pretty good case that you could keep the money. But remember, even if you are allowed to keep the money, in the United States we have an income tax, which means the government taxes any money that comes into your pocket. That includes buried treasure. The landmark court case, Cesarini versus the United States, decided this. In 1957, the Cesarinis purchased a piano for $15. But in 1964, while cleaning the piano, they found $4,467 in old currency hidden within the piano. Once the money was determined to be abandoned, that no one else could claim it, the IRS told the couple that they must report that $4,467 on their tax return as income. In the first year, it is in their undisputed possession. Here is an even bigger one. In 2014, a couple in Northern California found $10 million in gold coins while walking on their property, making it the largest treasure find on U.S. soil. While this money is still in dispute as of the date of this filming, if the couple does get legal possession of it, they will have to pay taxes on that find. As to the Goonies, the question of abandonment is pretty clear. One Eyed Willy is pretty old. I mean, look at him. Yeah. You really gotta floss, like every day. You got to. But even when property is abandoned, if it is on someone else's land, you can't just take it. I mean, you can't take a shovel and start digging for treasure in my front yard. If it's public land, however, like a state park, or we've all seen those guys on the beach with the metal detectors, wearing fanny packs, flip-flops, and white socks, I mean, can they keep the money? Well, in most cases, unless it's a historic artifact, you simply need to turn the find over to the police for a certain period of time, say 90 days. After that, if no one can prove they have a better claim than you, then the money is typically yours. So assuming the Goonie gold was found on public land, most likely the boys would have to turn it over to the authorities, and if no one could claim it, and being several hundred years old, no one probably would, they could most likely keep those jewels. They might have to fight with the local historical society, but they would have a pretty good claim. Therefore, I give this movie 2 out of $3 signs. I'm Peter Bielagus, and this is Money in the Movies.